Yo, yo, Sister Shower. Queen Sister Shower was in here. In my understanding of what she said, no. I want to talk about that, Shower, because that is my understanding as well. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. Freedom Marchers, Freedom Family, Freedom Lovers, and Freedom Fighters. Now, it is a wonderful afternoon, y'all. I'm off work. I am doing things. I'm going to go get some meat from the meat market. Probably will be ordering half a cow soon so that I can feed my family for a year, at least. Family of 8. It's about roughly $700 for a half a cow. Anyway, how y'all doing this afternoon? I wanted to get into this Laila Ali thing. Thank Father, salute to you. Salute to y'all. Man, I was supposed to, well, I went to BFDB channel last night to do the debate against Fight Sports, but he could not stay on, and also I could not get in earlier. I had to take my kids to an open house for school. Man, and this is their first year ever attending a school. They have always been homeschooled their entire life. Their entire school career has been homeschooled, and man, this is their first time. So everything that is involved with them going to school, I must attend, I must be there, and I must let these teachers and these faculty members know that I'm showing up for my babies. I got 6 kids entering into school this year, so we found them some good schools for what they are, and I like the teachers for the most part. But I had to take them to open house, and by the time I got home, took a shower and did some things with my children, it was around 9 o'clock by the time I was available. But anyway, I will be debating Fight Sports next Thursday. It's a fantasy fight. I don't really care for fantasy fights, but this one I'm kind of okay talking about. It's Lennox Lewis versus Larry Holmes. Who would win in a fight? So that's going to be that. Anyway, Fight Sports had to take a step back after you beat them. You funny, Dave Father. Is that what happened? I thought Cameron just rescheduled for me. I know she was aware that I had to do things with my kids. I emailed. I also, just so y'all know, I emailed BFTB the day before yesterday and let him know. And I also told him on Tuesday that I'll be entering the graveyard at around 8 or 9 o'clock. So anyway, I mean, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I didn't even get in the graveyard till around 9 o'clock. I was checking the chat out every now and then before that when I could, but yeah. Anyway, so Laila Ali, she came to social media and she was talking about her garden and how she's going to do a show. And then she said she was going to answer the question. She didn't say what the question was. She didn't say what it pertained to. She just said yes. Mm-hmm. God damn it.
I'm not sure what you're trying to edit.
Siri. Mm-hmm. Turn yourself off.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Stop jumping in my goddamn conversation, Siri.
Okay.
Thank you. Jesus. Did y'all hear me say anything about the S word? Anyway. So, she basically said that she would answer the question in her own time. Oh, you just popping it? Okay. That's that. Nothing wrong with that, Dank Father. Hey, I heard I actually listened to your debate. I think it was against David. One of them. You did a damn good job. Yeah, Siri is tweaking. Shower, I was cussing because Siri got in my business. Here she goes again.
Directions to work using Waze.
Boy, now she's changing my goddamn. Oh my goodness. No. Now she changing. God damn it! She changed the goddamn navigation. I see what she's doing. This heifer. She got mad because I shut her down, and then she gonna change the navigation. Anyway, so diabolical. You know what? I don't know how to turn it off because I never set it up to begin with. You know how you got to set it up? I never set it up to begin with. I guess it's by default. It comes on. But anyway, so here's the thing. Laila Ali never said that she would accept the offer. I don't know. I didn't hear that myself personally. I heard her say that she would answer the question. But I'm really proud of Laila Ali and what she's done with her life and with herself since, quitting boxing in 2009, was it? I think it was. She's going on to do great things. I saw her on the Food Network. She was doing Chopped. One of my favorite shows is Chopped because I love to cook and I love watching cooking shows. She was on there and she did a great job. She beat people and, now she's going on her way to start her own show on the Food Network. I think that's what her focus is, right? I think that's really and she probably has a clause in the contract that stipulates that she can't do that. That's what I would think, because guess what? She's still very beautiful. Still has very beautiful skin, very beautiful woman. And she does not look like she's 49 or 47 or whatever age they say she is. She don't look like that. She don't look like that. She's still very beautiful. She's still very confident. And she still has a certain image. Now, she quit boxing with a record of 24-0-0 with 21 knockouts. 21 knockouts. This woman was a knockout artist, okay? 21 fights, knockout artist. Beautiful woman, and she retired with a perfect record and a perfect KO ratio, okay? So she has a certain, je ne sais quoi, a certain status, a certain image. And when you go on to these shows, as a champion and as a Hall of Famer, they probably will not want her to sully that image by fighting Claressa Shields. Now, if she beats Claressa Shields, it might raise her status and raise her star power and bring more eyes to the Food Network. But if she loses to Claressa Shields, they won't give a shit that she's 47 and that Claressa is still in her 20s. They won't care about none of that. It's going to, like I said, with what she's trying to do with her life right now, trying to be a cooking network cooking network star, they probably won't want her to do something like boxing where, something could happen and she could get hurt. They have invested a lot of money in Laila Ali, and so they don't want that to be screwed up. Yes, that's what I was going to say. That Shawa, she is a unicorn with that KO ratio. And she didn't fight bums, all bums, right? She fought great fighters for women, right? You don't have knockout artists essentially in women's boxing. She knocked out the first blue-haired liberal woman on earth. The first one that ever appeared. The first blue-haired liberal female. She stopped her. She didn't knock her out, but she stopped her. She put her to sleep. Not to sleep, but she knocked out the first hyper-liberal blue-haired chick. She made history. You understand? She had 21 knockouts, bro. Like, that is significantly unheard of. So, she did great things about it. She has nothing else to prove. Not to Claressa, not to us, not to anybody. But what I will say is, I don't know why people are sleeping on people in their 40s. Laila Ali retired with 0 damage. She practically took 0 damage. She didn't retire in the state her father stopped fighting in. I mean, look how the way she talks, how she carries herself, how healthy is her skin. You can tell about a lot about how healthy a person is by how their skin looks. That woman is healthy as hell, okay? Yeah, she might wear some makeup, but she don't need that. She has to wear makeup for the cameras. And like I said, this is her life now. Her life now is, she's selling cookbooks. She's showing her garden. She's doing beautiful things outside of the sport. And, in reality, just being in the conversation, just being in the conversation about whether or not she would fight Claressa Shields is going to do enough for her to draw more of an audience to her Food Network channel. I didn't even know she had a channel, a Food Network show. I didn't even know she had a show coming. So now guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show be checking that out. Because when she was on Chopped, I was like, man, she is so gorgeous. And I actually saw her in person in LA. We went to this restaurant. I saw her husband first. She was with her husband. So we were getting ready to sit down and eat. We were eating at the same spot. I guess, I don't know what was going on. She had young babies by then. I think it was, I forgot what year that was. But she had a young child with her husband. And he was holding the baby. And I guess she was parking. And yeah, she walked up. I noticed her husband. I was like, oh shit, that's Laila's husband. And I was telling my wife, and she don't care. But I was telling her, and yeah, I was like, oh shit. And then she showed up looking just like a tall glass of milk chocolate. And yeah, she was just minding her own business. I didn't speak to her, but I mean, she's okay. She don't need Claressa. I think she priced herself out. That's what I'm gonna tell y'all. When she said 15 million, I think she priced herself out. Not because she's afraid, no, but because she's past it. Now she's still gonna be confident. She's still gonna be a shit talker. She's still gonna believe that she's the best woman boxer on earth. So when she does these interviews and they ask her these questions and she says she would whoop Claressa Shields' ass, I think she believes that. But I don't think she wants to entertain a fight. But I think she believes that she'll whoop her ass. Because, again, she retired for a reason. She didn't retire because, for health reasons, she didn't retire because, it was probably because, man, like, she did all she could do in women's boxing. I mean, man, it's so crowded over there at my little meat market. Ain't nowhere to park. Oh, y'all can't see it. Whatever. It ain't working. Why is it saying a 49-second short? Anyway, Laila Ali just retired because, I mean, what else is there to do? Like, there is not, as a heavyweight in women's boxing, there's not much she could do. Who would be the A side? Laila Ali. Because they would have to do whatever it took to draw her out of retirement. See, Claressa Shields, she might have offered the 15 million. Or no. Laila Ali gave the number. So Claressa Shields gave up the A side when Laila Ali told her, give me 15 million. And then she went and got 15 million. She gave up the A side already right there. So now, oh, all right, you met my demand, meet more demands. She's going to do, I mean, listen, Laila Ali's the A side. So Claressa Shields going to have to jump through hoops to get Laila Ali out of retirement. She might have to protect that clause. She might have to somehow, listen, behind the scenes, she might say, look, you want me to fight you? I got this clause with the Food Network. I can't be doing no silly, goofy ass shit like that. I can't be doing fights and all that. So if you buy me out of my contract for the time being, maybe we can make something happen. But listen, she's going to have to meet wild demands to get Laila to come out of retirement and put her contract with the Food Network in jeopardy. Robert McNabb will salute to you. I don't like this damn camera. It making me look like a super red bone. God damn. I don't look like this. God damn it. I'm not this goddamn red. Okay. Now I have indigenous blood in my bones, but goddamn, this camera making me look like a goddamn. I don't like it, man. Look like a goddamn filter. Elsa Olsen, salute to you. Welcome to my boxing talk. But yeah, Laila Ali, she ain't gonna come out of retirement for no 15 million. Do you know she's probably getting mad millions? Shower, knock it off. You look dark and ruddy. Shower, come on now. Shower, don't get me started now, you chocolate ting. You know I like chocolate. I prefer. So don't get me started talking about ruddy. You dark all right, but you dark and beautiful. Let me tell you a story, man. When I was a kid, I went to camp. Yes, I do see the red tinge to you. Yes, you know most of us are Native American. Most of us have Native American blood. But look, when I was a kid, we went to day camp at Kelly Park. Kelly Park was in Compton, and they had the Kelly Park Crip. The Kelly Park Crip was all up and through that. But anyway, we went to Kelly Park, and there was this chick. Her name was Bernadette, right? Her name was Bernadette. Oh, you're 100% Native? Most of us are. Me, I had my grandmother was white, so it kind of diluted my indigenous substance. But you know, it is what it is. It happens. But I went to Kelly Park. There was this chick, and I was like 9, 10 years old. You know, I was a young buck, and she was really, really dark, really super dark. She was blue-black, and I had a crush on her. I swear for God, I had a crush on her. But everybody else was always roasting her and calling her Burn to Death. Her name was Bernadette. They called her Burn to Death. And I'll be fuming. Oh, thank you, Shawa. Thank you, Shawa. I appreciate that. About talking about my beard. Robert McNabb said, I need you to read American Jurisprudence and Henry Gibson suits in Chancery, please, please, please. I know you hip to our private constitutional rights, so this is so powerful. Robert McNabb, do me a favor. Can you email me what you just said at snapzillagorilla@gmail.com? Snapzillagorilla@gmail.com. Snapzilla, SNAPZILLA. GUERRILLA @gmail.com. I will check it out. Okay, Maverick, then go on ahead somewhere. I don't want you to dump your credit now. But anyway, they called her Burn to Death. But it was just everybody doing it. You know, you a kid. What the hell's going on? When you a kid, you know, you going with the crowd, you know, you don't want to sound like the odd man out, right? But I had a crush on her, like for real. And they called her Burn to Death, but I thought she was fine as hell. She was older than me. I always liked older women for the most part. I was like 8, 9, 10 or somewhere around there. And she was like 11, but she was beautiful to me. I always liked dark women. Shawa says credit went down because the IQ was already 20. Facts. So anyway, yeah, I love dark women. And that's why when I see Shawa in the screen, I'll be like, man, just the chocolate. Anyway, copy, Chief, I'm going to send you. All right, for sure. Just snapzillagorilla@gmail.com. Snapzilla with two L's. And gorilla, it's a GUE gorilla. GUERRILLA. Okay, at gmail.com. So anyway, so Laila Ali, she ain't got to do. I mean, listen, she would be the A side, and they would have to jump through more hoops than trying to get her 15 million. Right? They would have to. I mean, there's no getting out of any clause that she might have with her Food Network contract. She has to maintain a certain image. When you sign these contracts with these networks, you have to maintain a certain image in order for them to capitalize on you, right? I think who was it? I think it was who was that dude with the beard? The basketball guy. He had the beard that was crazy. He had an Adidas contract. He was talking about how he couldn't shave his beard, right? He couldn't shave his beard, and when he was out in public, he could only wear Adidas from head to toe. It was part of a $20 million contract or something like that, and he got caught slipping, not wearing Adidas, and he got a phone call and said they said if you do that again, yeah, you're gonna lose that $20 million. So these entertainers, they have very specific clauses in their contracts. And I'm pretty sure if you're in the Food Network or something like that, where you're in front of people and they're used to seeing you damn near every day, because these cooking channels, they produce shows every day, like episodes every day, and they'll have like 20 or 30 seasons, but the season they have multiple seasons a year, and they have to be in front of that camera with that certain image every fucking episode. So, but if she has to take time off to go to training camp, and then she has to do the actual match, and then she gotta when she's done with the match, she gotta recover. There's something in that contract that says that she can't be doing shit like that. I'm pretty sure. So you probably won't see Laila Ali fighting Claressa Shields in a boxing match. That's just my opinion personally. But when I'm talking about, when I say don't sleep on a 40-something-year-old, 40, I mean, that ain't old. Listen, I'm 45 years old, and I can still sprint. I can still sprint pretty damn fast. I'm still fast with my hands. I mean, there's certain things that I can tell I'm aging with, but it's not like I'm not crippled. I'm not. Y'all acting like 40 years old is just is bent over and oh my God, I can't do nothing. I'm peeing on myself. No. You take care of yourself. Well into your 40s, you can be just as spry and just as energetic as someone in their 30s or 20s, right? So, I mean, if you look at Laila Ali, she still looks healthy. She's still beautiful. She's still training. She's not as active as she once was when she was boxing, but she don't look like she's sloppy and out of shape. Like, just because, I mean, she might have been on the heavy bag and didn't look all super fast and all that shit, but she's just hitting the heavy bag, right? So I mean, she's still a trained fighter. Don't get it twisted. She's still a trained fighter, and guess what? It's been how many years? Shawa says, "Nah, we just saw Mandy. I don't wish." No, I agree with that. So now the difference between the difference between Manny and Laila Ali is Laila ain't fought in 17 years. Exactly, Shawa. She ain't fought in 17 years. Manny fought more recently, and Manny has much more damage. Manny has lost quite a bit of punch resistance, and then he's taken a lot more damage than Laila Ali, and you can see the damage, right? You can see the damage of Manny. You can see the slowdown. Laila might not be as fast as she once was, but I think, she's a boxer puncher. She's a pressure fighter, and she can fight on the back foot. So I think she would give Claressa Shields a lot of problems because, like I said, that pressure, the length, the reach advantage and the height advantage, and Layla's jab, the way she sets up combinations and that pressure. And and she can also fight on the back foot. She can also fight getting back down. So I don't know. I mean, yes, it's been 17 years, but there's that muscle memory that you develop after training for so many years. After all that training, and she still trains, right? She might even be sparring every now and then. Shawa says she has way more power and range. Got her beating Claressa. I mean, that's what I got. I got the same thing. That's why I said don't sleep on the 40-year-olds. Don't sleep on them. That with that range and that and the power and the pressure. I mean, Claressa tends to get caught on the ropes, and she likes to fight off the ropes. Well, shit. Listen, if she's backed up on the ropes and leaning back, Laila does not have to lean in to land anything. She can be kind of back. She can stand kind of back, and she can use that range to keep Claressa on the ropes without being in danger of being countered, right? Because that's what Claressa does. She gets caught on the ropes, and you think you might have her, but she'll fight you off the ropes with short punches. Laila does not have to be there for that. Laila can stand back and hit her with those long combinations, and might end up knocking her ass out the ring. To be honest with you, yes, shower power lasts to go. I don't care how many jabs she throws to get inside. Claressa throws slapping shots. She does. She does. She does not punch correctly. That's a lot of the times for power. She doesn't punch correctly for power. She knows how to throw her hands and all that stuff and make it look dazzling, but the proper placement is crucial. So if she's slapping, like Shawa said, that's why she's not getting the knockouts like that. That's why she never had before. On top of, maybe draining herself and not fighting at heavyweight or maybe light heavyweight like she should have. But even at heavyweight, she has to put on a lot of fat to be at heavyweight. And that's going to slow her down. Laila does not have to put on all that fat because she's taller. She has a bigger frame, a taller frame. So she has a lot more room to put on some muscle without, she doesn't have to she doesn't have to bulk up to be at weight and to be powerful. So Laila will not have to get fat. Claressa gets kind of thick when she's at heavyweight, like kind of not sloppy fat, not obese, but she puts some fat on, and that kind of slows her down, kind of slows down her footwork. But it's okay for the women she's fighting at that weight. But when Laila Ali gets up there, who's a more natural heavyweight, and does not have to put on a lot of weight, does not have to put on a lot of fat, and can walk around where she's comfortable and fight at where she's comfortable, and all she got to do is go in and train and just do what she wants to do, it's going to be a problem for Claressa. Because 48, I'm 45 years old, like I said. I mean, I'm super active. I do things to reduce inflammation so that my joints aren't all crickety and all that shit. And Laila Ali is a millionaire. She has access to nutritionists. She has access to orthopedic specialists and massage therapists and people that can drain her lymphatic system and get her right and reduce that inflammation. Could be a problem. I mean, look at Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather can still whoop on 90% of these fighters today in and around his weight class. So don't sleep on them 40-something-year-olds. And Floyd is 50. Dead Mike, salute to you, brother. Salute to you. Shelton LBC or nothing says he's 48 years old. Father Time is undefeated. Absolutely, but guess what? You don't have to defeat Father Time. See, that's the thing. We don't have to defeat Father Time. All we got to do is be aware of Father Time. We work with Father Time. I work with Father Time. Claressa is thick. Her pinpoint accuracy isn't as consistent enough to be a threat. I agree, Shawa. No, I'm not dyeing my beard. Why would I dye my beard? It is what it is. Like when I started getting thin up here because of the damage I did to my hair, putting Pro Gel and Pro Style in my hair and trying to make it curly and all this other shit because I had nappy ass hair. So when, just the damage, when the damage caught up in my 20s, I shave all my shit off. See that? Look at that. I let it go. I think you better let it go. And that's what I did, Pippin. Look. Gray hair, don't care. No hair anywhere. I shaved that shit off for the last 20 years. More than 20 years, like 24 years, I had no hair. I shaved that shit off, Pippin. Why would I dye my hair? Shawa says that's wisdom and it's beautiful. I appreciate that, Shawa. Thank you. Exactly. Shawa got some beautiful gray hair too. Don't sleep on the silver. See, they trying to sleep on the silver, y'all. No. We ain't gonna do that. Yeah. What somebody said? What somebody say to me when I was doing a live stream, I was doing a Ruckin live. They said I look like I'm 72 and 22 at the same time. He said, how you look 72 and 22? That shit was hilarious. Straight Godzilla salute. Yeah, man. I think it died down in there. I'm gonna go on ahead and get my meat. I just wanted to wait for the crowd to leave. But yeah, listen, and then I'm gonna go hit the gym, drop my meat off, go hit the gym, and do some sprints. I'm gonna do my legs, sprint like I'm 22. See, I don't need to defeat Father Time, Brother Shelton. I don't need to defeat it. I just need to keep myself healthy. Yes, Stray Godzilla, meat does indeed taste great. Where am I getting? It's called Cornerstone Cattle something. It's in Elgin, South Carolina. Corners, and they do half cows and full cows. So, and there's a cut sheet, so you get to choose your cut. What's the purpose of this stream? You didn't read the title? I'm talking about Laila Ali versus Claressa Shields. But I don't think Laila Ali is going to accept the fight, like I said, because she probably has a clause with the Food Network where she can't do shit like that. Don't let your meatloaf. Sound advice. Mitch. But yes, and salute to Sunshine, by the way. One of my day ones. I'm so racist for saying what? There might be prices are crazy. Well, they sell a pound of ribeye for like 28 pounds or $28. I mean, I've seen $45 a pound. And the ribeyes here, ooh-wee. In the filet, you can get a filet, like an 8-ounce filet for like $25. But that to me, that's been the price for going on 10 years. I mean, so some cattle companies can keep the prices where they at if they are honest, and then they sell local, right? They don't have to deal with all the bullshit. Yes, Claressa. Salute to my brother Blue Blood in the building. Salute to you. Salute to Blue Blood, man. Shout out to Blue Blood for stopping by, man. I appreciate you, brother. Where do I get these ignorants? You know what, Shawa? They come because when I put Trump in the title, it attracts a lot of people. And I do that on purpose because, well, I'm not talking about Trump right now, but, once you hit that algorithm, it kind of gets like that. When you hit that algorithm, this is what's going to happen, Shawa. But I allow it because you get the trolls, you get the bots, but there are people out there that are going to see you for the first time. They're going to appreciate your message, and they're going to subscribe to you. So those are the ones I'm doing this for, and for you guys as well. So I'm going to keep putting the information out to you guys, and I don't want to, and I believe in free speech. So if they come talk that crap, they can do that, but then there are people that are going to see the message. They're going to see the message I'm trying to push, the message of freedom, the message of truth, the message of exposing the nonsense, like I'm going to do today with Manager Marty. Y'all stay tuned for that. I'm going to be exposing Manager Marty's manipulation because he tried to catch Champside in a gotcha moment. And, because that's what he's out for. He has no interest in putting out information that people can use. What he has interest in is pushing bullshit narratives and trying to upstage other content creators that are above him, right? He likes to punch up, which is okay with me. But guess what? If you're going to do that using faulty and manipulative information, somebody can do the same to you. And I'm your Huckleberry. Ioma7 says, Claressa Shields is dangerous, and if you don't think so, you're delusional. Laila Ali, too old for that. Yes, Claressa Shields is dangerous, but so is Laila Ali. Don't forget, like Blue, and shout out to Blue Blood for bringing this to my attention earlier. That Laila Ali responded to the offer. Uh, Shout out to him for bringing that to my attention. Y'all go check out Blue Blood and Shower. Shower. Make sure you drop your link. If y'all want some good boxing talk, don't go over there with that troll stuff though. She ain't gonna tolerate that. She gonna boot your ass real quick. But if you're legitimately and authentically interested in boxing, go check out Shower. She says I can't today. Okay, I got you. You know I'm gonna share you anyway, right? You know I can have Stray Godzilla drop your link, but I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna respect you. Stray Godzilla, don't do it. I'll share her later. No, Layla's not too old. The only thing is that it's been a while since she boxed. It's been 17 years since she boxed. So she would be rusty. Hold on, guys. I gotta take this call. Oh, I muted it on purpose. Teo Dish. My wife called me. I repeat, you're going to be sitting up there licking how that UFC woman fighter did when people suggested that she could fight better than Floyd Mayweather. I wasn't one of those people. I wasn't one of those people. Shawa says Ali or Wolf. Shaking my head, I'm a pass. Shields will beat that good looks off of Layla easy and early. Okay. I mean, y'all go ahead and believe that. Sunshine says, tell Miss Freedom March the whole crew says salute. For sure. I got you. I will let her know. No, the wifey was not yelling at me. Dead Mike. When I got home from my chiropractor, she was knocked out. She was knocked out. And so, I was trying to get her to get up and come with me to the meat market, but she was just knocked out. And yes, I go to the chiropractor because it helps me stay mobile. Getting that adjustment, getting things in alignment, that'll also help you in your 40s. Yes, getting alignment helps out a lot, just so y'all know. So again, don't sleep on them 40-somethings. Sunshine, it's all good. You ain't got to block them. People take L from the internet sometimes. Sometimes the internet gas people up, like the time the internet had Ronda Rousey fans thinking, yeah, no, I never thought that. I will. Anyway, thank you guys for coming through. Thank you for hitting that like button. And yeah, anyone in common sense doesn't believe Ronda would have beaten Floyd. Only the ignorant on the internet. Exactly. It's impossible. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys for coming through and for hitting that like button and for giving me some good conversation and giving me some good mental stimulus. Oh, boy. I learned how important human alignments are a long time ago. Yes, very important. Anyway, much blessings to you. Blessings to you, Shawa. Thank you for coming through. Much love, like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for that Manager Marty video live stream. I am going on a fact-finding mission. So join me later. It's going to be on StreamYard, so they're not going to, StreamYard and YouTube got some shit going on, and I don't know what it is. When you go on StreamYard, they don't put your shit out there like that, but stay tuned for that. Those of my audience who are interested in boxing, well, yes, it's about boxing, but it's also about justice, and it's about making sure the bullshit isn't out there to make boxing what it's supposed to be. So anyway, much love, like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Charlo and IMO7, Shawa, Stray Godzilla, Sunshine, all you guys, all you queens, and all you gentlemen out there who come and support and hit that like button. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Much love, like, share, subscribe. And we're going to keep marching toward freedom and truth. Peace.